Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Laura. We are going to get into my weekend video, so it's going to be a long one. So remember to save it. And we're going to chit chat throughout this video because it is going to be long. We have a bunch to make. The second half of the earrings, I probably won't keep you on unless it's a really quick earring. We're going to make a couple of necklaces. That's what's on this tray is the necklaces. There's bracelets and earrings in these. It's got like a couple in each tray. And of course, I'm going to cough. So, I'm getting back to my Friday upload being like a 2-hour video because not everybody can watch on Friday or can watch on a Saturday, but the video will be there for you. And then my next video will be on Sunday. And Sunday, I'm going to kind of animal theme. Whatever I make is going to have like animals in it. So watch for that. Now this is kind of Valentine's theme. As you can see, all the hearts and the pinks and the reds. I'm not a big Valentine's person. I will admit that straight up front. I pretty much have everything. I have no clue how that got hooked, but it sure is. I know a lot of people love Valentine's, so there's a lot of reds and pinks and things like that. I, however, do love moonstone and rose quartz. I'm pairing them together. All of my head pins, eye pins, and all my colors, my earring wires, all my other little things are all right here beside me. So as I need them, I can get them out. And all my tools are laying right here. So let's go ahead, and all my chain is right here. Everything I have is ready to go. Let's get this done. Let's start with setting the necklaces back. I have a tray right there that's a little in my way. Let's start with, and I go and bump you. I have you plugged in. That's why I'm bumping you guys. I'm sorry. One of these trays has a whole mess of hearts in it. These are spacers. They go side to side, so they pretty much have to go on a necklace or a bracelet. So this is 2 different projects. As you can see, I think one is, oh, they might both be bracelets. Yes, they are. So let's separate the 2 projects out. And I do need to get my little, I don't know what color spacers we want to use with that one. And this is not the spacer tray. This one is. I have a choice. I have the gold spacers. Let's line these little guys up with gold. I think gold is going to be the winner. I really like that. Yeah, I think we're going to go with gold. It just looks really nice. So let's get a few of these out. I may have to go chase up my little container of 2mm spacers. These are 3.2. And I thought I had a bunch more of these, but I haven't been able to find them. So I must have used them in a lot of projects. So let's start with that. Let's go ahead and get out my gold jump rings, because we're going to need some of those. And I'll go ahead and get out the wire I'm going to use brown for the most part today. And I need this. It has crimp beads, my lobster clasps, and my tiny little jump rings. I have my big ones out, and it has my my little crimp bead things. My words are not coming to me again today. But we're just going to kind of, I want to put a bead on either side of him. And I think I want the hearts to go away like that. And maybe do a couple hearts and a gold. I kind of like that idea. So let's get ourselves some wire. I believe I used, is it long enough? It may not be long enough for, it is as long as I'm careful because this is pretty much flat. They're not a bulky bead, so this should work. But we are going to clip one end so we don't lose it. I'm going to start by putting, so I have a place to start at. I'm going to put 2 of my hearts on. One. It's hard to find a little hole in these. And the hole in these are kind of tiny. 2, a gold spacer. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I have to make sure that I'm filming in the right direction. Put my heart on. A gold spacer. With my heart going the other way on the other side. I really do like that. I've had these pearl hearts for over a year now. I got them at Hobby Lobby on February 1st. I remember the date because that was the day I had my heart attack. I come out of Hobby Lobby and I was like telling Alan, I feel weird. My arms are like, you know how when you feel numb? And your arms have gone asleep and they're just waking up, that horrible feeling. That's how my arms felt. And I was like, something just isn't right. And my heart was racing really fast. And I just was confused that whole afternoon after that. And I found out 2 days later that I'd had a heart attack. You know, those enzymes, when you have a heart attack, stay in your blood for like, they say like 48 hours or something. And yeah, it's pretty scary to find out, you know, that had happened. I think we're going to put 2 more on. And I can get more of these hearts out. I wasn't sure how many I would need for this. 1 more of these. I'm going to let it all come down. Just to give you guys an update on my health, because I said I would on my one video, and I never did. I had, you know, lost pretty much my ability to walk on my own. I'd been using a walker, and I've gotten down to where, you know, I am not leaning on the walker so much unless I have to walk a long distance. I actually went to Walmart one day and they didn't have any buggies that were charged. They only have like, even the big Walmart don't have very many of those, you know, electric scooters. And so I resolved to, I'm going to do my grocery shopping real quick. I didn't have a whole lot to do, but I still had to do some. And I was like, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I was quick about it. And I went ahead and I hurried. And I did my shopping. And one more gold spacer. And I think I was in there about 20 minutes. And I went and found Alan and I said, my legs are wanting to give out. I've got to get out of the store. I think I'm going to put one more gold bead on each end. And then we're going to close this off because I have to put a lobster on. So we're going to shake it down. This way I don't forget to put the extra gold bead on. And then I can double check. Because I'm not making it just for me. You know, I am selling these. So, I got the keys from him and I went and rushed and got the last few things I had to get. And I, went ahead and stood in checkout. And by then my legs were like shaking really bad. And I was like, oh gosh, please get me through this. Please get me through this. Yes, they're crimp beads. I got through it. I got through line. I got out to the car. I got all my groceries in the car. And thankfully the guy was there, the cart guy. Because man, I don't know how I would have made it back to the... I'd have had to, you know, put the buggy up, the cart up to the thing and just said that's going to have to do because my legs were buckling at that point. So I was probably half an hour, which for me, that was amazing. I was half an hour on my feet walking. We rode home. I got the groceries in. I was, you know, taking care of the last little bit and I started to go down and I told Alan, I'm glad I'm done because I just about fell. But, you know, I'm pretty proud that I walked that much. I was so happy because I lost my ability to walk on my own in September. So, yeah, I am so happy because I feel like I'm starting to get my life back. And there's so much that I cannot eat because of gastroparesis and everything. And so yeah, I feel like more like myself again. I still can't drive because my vision is still pretty bad, guys. So I just put on a clamshell, a small crimp bead. I made sure it was really tight to that because the crimp beads are quite small. They're the 2 by 1.5, which fit nicely down in here. I crimped it really good, double checked it, and this side we're going to open up. I do catch colds very easily because I have a compromised immune system, but you know, I'm okay. We're going to pick this up. putting that in that where I opened it up because I need to get in there and get that little crimp bead. And I'm going to use put my bracelet up against my little clipper things there so that it has some curve to it so it's not poker straight. I'm going to squash my crimp bead. And if there's a little bit of space, that's fine because you want that space for these beads to be able to maneuver, because you want to be able to curl it without it binding and making noises and going crunchy crunch. And I'm going to come in here and make sure both sides of that crimp bead have gotten crimped down. It's hard to see it in there. It feels like it is. We're going to tug test. We're good. I'm going to clip off that wire, and this is a piece of wire that was cut off from the video that I did last. So really there's no waste. Close it up. Now these are not stainless steel, so you want to go nice and gentle with them. And we're going to put our, actually I need them, don't I? I need these. And that on that side. Whoop, doo doo doo. I need one of these little tiny guys. Here they are. We may as well just leave that little baggie out. We'll need them. I have my silver ones laying there already. And I have spacer beads out and crimp beads out. Ta-da! But yeah, I feel like I'm finally starting to get better. My eyesight is still, yeah, but it's like the more I'm getting better, I don't trust myself. I know there's a lot of people that would still get behind the wheel of that car and take off. But I am not that type of person. I want to know that I'm going to go down that road and I'm not going to cause an accident because I'm not seeing 100%. You know what I mean? That scares me. Because my eyes don't adjust to what's coming at me quick enough. Like when I'm driving slow, like if I'm just on these back roads, I'm probably perfectly fine. Like I'm going by feels. That is not closed. There we go. So bracelet number 1 is complete and it will fit. I wear just under a 6.5 inch bracelet. It will fit a 7-inch probably with no problem because I added that extra bead on either end and I used a big jump ring over here. So bracelet number 1, I'm going to lay it off to the side. We're going to go ahead and do bracelet number 2. And I am going to use, because I'm putting my hearts together, I feel like I need something special between them. I have a little dish of goodies over here. And I have a rose quartz. Look at this. Where is the hole on him? How would he land? We're going to put that little rose quartz right in the middle. let's use him. He matches the color. We're going to put gold because of the way the heart is shaped. And then I think we're going to use, I thought I had some flat gold spacers, and you know what, guys? I can't find them. So I think we'll go with these little 4-petal gold spacers. You know what? I might have, are they in one of these drawers? They might be. They are, but I don't know if they're gonna disappear between them. We'll try. We'll try. These are those 2mm 5-petal flower ones, and they are so tiny, but they are like 18 karat gold. All right, let's see. I'm just going to pull off a big long piece so I don't have to keep getting into this. And I'll just cut from it because we're going to go through a lot of this. All right, so I have a huge piece cut off here. So yeah, plenty. I need to turn my heat down. Hold on, guys. I'll double check, make sure I haven't bumped you guys, but it's roasting me out. It's 50 degrees out there today. 50 degrees. Nice. So we are going to start by, because the holes in these are pretty big, I gotta use that little gold spacer. So I'm gonna put a spacer. Let's go ahead and put, well, let's do a lighter color. A spacer. My heart. A spacer. Might have to, this little piece of rose, tumbled rose quartz. A spacer. The heart. A spacer. I used one that's more just pinks and orangey looking. I like that. Really pretty. That's going to be a favorite. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how this, oh, they're coming out of the little container. Let's go ahead and put one. One facing the other way. And let's go gray and a white. No, I think they'll do fine. We can do them back to back. So let's find more of a gray, like that one, and a white. Then we'll do this and this. Yeah, let's go with that flow. I'm coming up with, oh, that's because it's only a single one right here by the heart. Okay, so this, then this. So we're going to go with this. No, this. Then this, then this. I don't know. Like that. I guess that's how I'm going to do it. No, I don't want white right there. I only need 2, so I think I want those 2 and then these 2. That's how we'll do it. Right? Right. Just agree with me. Like I know what I'm really doing. So we're going to stick with these. I really like how they turned out. Let's go ahead and get a few more out. And I have to be careful because they stick together. So we're going to go one towards it. One away from it. Come on, little dude. We'll do the darker one, the lighter one. See right there, 2 of them were stuck together towards it. Come on. Away. I think we'll go with this white. And then I'm going to measure from this center bead here out and see how much we've got. Not quite 3.5. We need some more beads. So let's get the tray with those in it. That would be my last Chelsea's order. This is all the way at the bottom. So we need 2 more. And I went and picked exactly what I wanted on there. Okay. That should be plenty. And I might put this together and realize, oh, I only needed 1. So, like I said, I'm not a big, whoops, he's backwards. I'm not big on Valentine's Day. I know a lot of people are. To me, just sit home and I did it again. Sit home and do absolutely diddly squat. And I do a lot of coloring. Alan got me these really nice markers for Christmas and a coloring book. It's got the national parks in it, and my brother and sister-in-law had sent me an Amazon gift card and a few other things for Christmas, and I finally sat down and used that's about the right length. I'm going to put a small spacer bead just to protect the gemstone. I used it. I got a really big set of markers. And I got a couple things for beading. And I took Jody's suggestion on something in one of her videos I'm going to try. So you'll see that coming up. I'm just going to get a few of these out. And I hope I do her videos some justice when I make what we're going to make. So, crossing my fingers, crossing my fingers. Oh, I already left the other package them out. So, anyways, there's a lot coming up. My Laura's Tiny Living, I'm actually going to take some time and actually film some videos for it. I haven't been, and I need to get back into doing it. I didn't get any more of these out. When I get my Amazon order, I'll do a small little video on, you know, opening my Amazon order, and catch up with everybody on that channel, because I really haven't done anything with it. I probably should just go ahead and clip this and do the other end, because I don't need about that much. I don't want to make it too big. So let's go ahead and put it on my wrist. That's halfway. Yeah. Just going to leave this wire on there, and I'm going to go ahead and just string it up. But yeah, I've got a lot coming up. Now that I'm getting where I can walk again, I do want to get back to going more places and doing more things. And I put that on the wrong way. I want to put it on facing the way I want it to face. And then I can put this one on. When you're having to color match, it can get kind of hectic, to say the least. Because here I want the gray and then the white. So, you know, I have a lot coming up. And I hope everybody enjoys what I have coming. You know, I miss when my Amazon order said, oh, it's going to be there in 2 days. No, it's not going to be here until, I think, Wednesday of next week. And I ordered it on Thursday. It's like, what's going on with you, Amazon? You know, it was over $50. It had free shipping. So, I don't know. I don't know. I love making bracelets. Bracelets are jewelry that you can wear and see and enjoy, and so are rings. Okay, let's color match. Now see, I need one more set. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I have that set right there. The gray would be fine, but not that color. Oh my goodness, guys. I want that color pink. All right, let's put that on. Take that off. See how easy it is if you're not, you know, double checking yourself to make a mistake. That looks like there's more than one there. I guess not. He's just thick. Gray and pink. Now let's put it up there. Ta-da! Put my little gold ball on. Put it all the way down there. That's a lot of beading material to string it down through. There we go. Now I'm going to double check everything. 2 bead caps where they're supposed to be. Alrighty. I have enough over here. I'm going to give myself plenty of room over here. I'm going to hold my wire up and clip. This is my wire to make jewelry with. Let's go ahead and put my clamshell. Pick up a crimp bead. So this bracelet, I did need to get a few extra more beads out. Let's tug test, close it, give it a hug and a squeeze. I'm going to pause you while I do the rest. Okay, so here is the first bracelet and the second. I really like this. Now remember, this one is a little bit, when you lay it out, it'll probably be a little bit longer because these have bigger beads. It's a hair bit longer, but this one fits snug on me where this one's loose on me. So there is our first 2 bracelets. Let's go ahead and work on this one. This is a 10 millimeter crackle bead. And then we have these crystal, I think they're cathedral beads, or maybe those are earrings down in there. We're going to ignore them for right this minute. We're going to work on this bracelet. This is just going to be fun, cutesy bracelet. So we're going to pull some of these off. 10 millimeter, you know this is going to take a lot of real estate on your wrist. I don't know how many we're going to use. I have a dish over here for my extras. So when I get a hold of that thread and give it a clip right here at the knot so I can get that last bead off that knot. I just thought that these crystals here would look so pretty as an accent with those. Alrighty, let's go ahead and straggle these along. Now, question is, do I want 2, 2, 1? I think we're going to go 1 with 2 and put a bead. Or you might do 2. Well, let's just start throwing this together. Let me get out my red. I want to use my red because I think the red would look really, really nice. Inside of there. My whole thing is wanting to come unraveled. I'm trying to get a hold of it here. We'll put that back in the drawer. Okay. Let's design this bracelet. I know we're going to need some spacer beads. Seems like I had some decorative ones, and I think I may have brought them over. Let me look real quick. Maybe I didn't. I think I have. Nope, they're copper. That would definitely not look good. No. Maybe not. Okay. Me want some of those. I do have a flower that we can use as a center. I think that would look really, really pretty. Let's do that. And I might use actual bead caps because these are really large beads. And so let's put our flower on. That's our center point. And I think I want this square crystal. No, it don't look right. Do we want to go with a pink on either side? We might do that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we're gonna go with a pink on either side. I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of liking it. They're in the way though. In the way of creating. And let's go ahead and do bead cap facing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that works. I like it. I'm liking it. I was rewatching my video and I was like, you know, nostalgia. Did I miss it? That bead cap, I don't know where it went. I don't know where it went. Anyways, and I was thinking of, oh gosh, that was nostalgia. I said Minerva, and I was like, Alan was kind of listening. And I was like, well, it's the story behind Minerva. Minerva was this little flocked brown plastic mouse that hung on my grandmother's rear view mirror. Minerva was a boy mouse, and my grandmother had, you know, a little later, she bought another one of them little flocked, I say little, they were probably about this big, flocked mouse, and she named that one Minnie Haha. So she had Minerva and Minnehaha. Minnehaha had a sticker thing where you stuck it on the dash. So yeah, that's where that came from. And then my grandmother sold her Plymouth Duster, and you know, she got rid of Minerva. My mom took Minerva. I don't know what happened to Minnehaha, but yeah, she had Minerva for the longest time. Even after the little whatchamacallit, the thing that, the plastic thing that went down through the head to hold the, it was like a red plastic thing that held you put it on your mirror with. It kind of broke through the hole. So he didn't have a, you know, I don't remember how he got stuck to the dash after that, but after that, my mother always had him on the dash. For a while, she tried to like tape the little holdy thing to keep him on the mirror, but it didn't last, so he got stuck to the dash. But he was her co-pilot for many years. I really like how this is turning out. I'm going to try this on because this is really growing quite quickly. So I think we can do one more crystal. Definitely on each side. I love these square crystal cubes. They're beautiful. Especially when you encase them with that bead cap. Oops. Almost forgot to put the bead cap on first. I cut off enough, I think, to do 2 bracelets. And that's okay. Let's see how our length is doing. I think we want to do we'll do just a couple of these, because I can always add a chain on each one. 2 may be too many. Let me see. No, I think 2 would be fine. And then I'll clamp one end and then try it on. That way I know they're not sliding around. This one turned out really, really pretty. I know I have more crackle beads somewhere. I'll have to dig them out and make more of these bracelets. They turned out so pretty. Oh, are you kidding me? There we go. There we don't go. Alright, I've had enough of fighting with you. Alright, I'm going to clip one end. Let them all go down to it. And I'm going to put it on. Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and clip off this side for a minute. This is the side that has that piece there that I can clip off. And get everything out. I'm going to bring you right back. Okay, so there is bracelet number 3. And I think all I have left is earrings and a necklace. I'm going to do some earrings and then we're going to get on to the necklaces. There's actually, well, there is a bracelet in here. So I think I'll set out the bracelet out of this batch when we do the necklaces. So let's go ahead and do these earrings real quick. This pair is just a very simple pair of earrings, and I need to have a bunch of this stuff out. And we're going to need some of these. I'm just going to get them out so I have them all right here, ready to go, because we're going to go through some of them. And I think that on the very bottom, I'm going to straighten this pin. I will be saving the leftover and using it. The very bottom of this one, I'm going to make sure first of all he's not double. Sometimes if you pick them up and kind of rub them between your finger, you can tell, or they'll come apart. The very bottom, I'm going to put, this is just going to be a heart dangle. I'm going to put him like this. See how it looks? I don't like that. Nope, nope, nope. It sticks out too far. So we're going to stick with trying this. Wonder where my little 2mm ones are. Let me go see if I can find them real quick. They were literally right beside me in the door. So let me get some of them out because those 3mm ones are way too big. Way, way, way too big. They just look off for the size of the, I'm going to close them up. For the size of the bead we're working with. So I'm going to pick up a 2mm one, put on a heart, another 2mm, tiny. Come on, little dude. I was going to do like one on and just let them dangle, but you know what? I have, where are they? Nope. Nope. These aren't the ones I was looking for. I thought I brought them over, but I'm not seeing them now. But we do have these. Let me see how they would look between each bead. They may be too big. Oh, they wash out the heart. Okay, that won't work. But I'll leave a few out just in case I want to use them. What I was looking for is my little strand of, and I know I just saw them. That's what made me think about them. Oh, here they are. These. Those are small enough they will blend in. You guys are not going to believe what I'll just, whoops. What I'll just fell. Hold on. They didn't come open. Okay. Check my camera. Okay. I'm going to open these. These are tiny enough that they will work. I can't remember what kind of gemstone these are, but they will be perfect. Hold on. That was Alan just letting me know that he's headed down to his dad's. Let me see. I have that one. There we go. I must have bent that when I was bent over. I want to make sure it's straight. Okay. Another heart. And I'm just going to repeat that process. We're just going to put one together, and I'll put the other one together off camera. This is going to be so stinking cute. Just a little string of hearts. I'm going to clip. I should add my finger underneath there so that would not have jumped. And then I'm going to roll a loop. Come back in here, make a neck, and then close that loop up. Those are silver. Here's a couple of gold. I'm going to open my earring, slide it on. And I'll bring you back when I have the other earring made. Okay, so I have this pair of earrings done. Aren't they so stinking cute? Oh my gosh, guys. Just very simple stick dangle earrings. I love them. I'm going to set this over here in this little bowl so they don't get mixed up. Get everything back out of our way. And then we're going to pull out everything except for the metal hearts, because we have 2 pairs of earrings in this bowl. So we have these, and then we have these. So I will probably use these little 2 millimeters. How big is the hole? Yeah, we can use those. We have a lot more of those than we do the other ones. This one is going to be on one of these, so we're going to make sure this is straight. Nothing like getting your earring half together and it's curved. So we're going to do that. We're going to do this. You know what? We need some color on the bottom. Let's go ahead and get one of these out. This is, oh, it's a jasper, but I can't remember. Yeah, not all of them are drilled really good, so they'll go on a wire, but they won't go on that skinny little, or that thicker needle. Eye pin. My brain is just not with it. That looks so much better. And then we're going to pick up another 2 millimeter spacer, one of these. Maybe I have a burr. Oh, it does. Let's take and clip the very end of that off. There's a burr on the end of that needle, that eye pin. So let's clip that off and see if I can get that up through there. Yep, that was the issue. And then we'll put one more of these little spacers on. There we go. Now, I am going to clip a little bit of that off. Roll a loop. Whoop. Bend it backwards. Roll it. And there is the first earring, part of the earring. And then the bottom one is going to need just a regular head pin. I think I'm going to do, because I'm doing hearts in a string, I'm just going to, I guess I'm just going to have to pick them up and put it through. Oh my goodness. I love using teeny tinies, but sometimes getting them in there can be a real struggle. It looks like I'm short one heart. I am. I'll have to get one more heart out. That's okay. Another gold bead. Another heart. Another gold bead. Or maybe I was just planning on one heart. I bet I was, because it didn't look right with 2. So let's take that back. Grab one of these. Grab a tiny little gold bead. Oh, that looks much better. And I will save this long piece and use it as a eye pin on something that only needs to be short. I'll put it right in there for now. And we're going to roll a small loop. So I want it right out to the end of my round nose pliers. Bend back. And then close that up. And then we're going to, woo, that would have been bad. I'd have been crying. We're going to open this one. Actually, I think we're going to open the bottom of this. Make sure everything is all the way down. Slide that on. Oh, I love it. Let me get an ear wire, a couple of them. Let's look at a bunch out. And then I will go ahead and pause you and make the other one. Look at that. I really like that. Okay, let me lay that down. I'm going to pause you. Okay, I'm back. So we're going to put together this earring here. I've already stuck the little gold 2mm spacer bead on, because for some reason I'm having difficulties getting them on these pins. Don't know why. I guess maybe I've gotten down to where some of them are a different maker or different time. I'm putting on one of these little red faceted bicones or rondelles, and I'm using these tulip beads, and they look really cute. So, and I'm putting one more. I put out some spacer beads because I ran out, and I was like, they look like they're crimp beads, not spacer beads. Did I like pour some in the wrong baggie? Guys, seriously, that's the kind of day I'm having. No joke. Yep. And I realized, well, I'm getting them out of the wrong container. Yep, I did that. Now we're just making a loop. Simple loop, rolling it back. And then we're going to put these on ear wires. And the second pair will be done out of that little tray. And then I have one more tray with earrings in it. And I'm not sure if we're going to get to the necklaces today, guys. I didn't look and see where we were at time. Oh, only an hour. Seriously, is that right? An hour and 9 minutes? An hour and 10 minutes. We can get to it. Because I'll do half of the necklace. And then show the do the other half and then bring you back. Oh, goodness. Come on, little dude. There we go. So there is the other pair of earrings out of that tray. So there is both of those pairs. We'll set them off to the side. And then we have these. These are going to be a little bit more in depth. I'm going to situate them, bring you back. Guys, for Pete's sake, I don't know what I was thinking when I thought that this was a bracelet or earrings. Rather, it's a bracelet. Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay, so I'm just going to start stringing from, let's say, this heart. And we're just going to start putting beads on and see how this looks. And we'll go from there. Because it may not look as nice as I think it's going to. I don't know. I thought about putting the square bead in between. And it may not look right. So if not, we'll put a couple small hearts in the middle. Which I may do. We'll see. Find out here in a second. So again, I'm using these shell hearts. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like it. Let's just go with it and see. And then if I decide I don't like it, I'm going to clip it off so we don't lose it. I only have to go from one side. So I'm going to go ahead and keep stringing one side of it and see how it turns out. And I am using the small 2mm spacer beads from here on out. Yes, I have you recording. And I'm going to put, whoops, get some of these over here while I can get easy access to them. Yeah, I kind of like it. You know, it's not exactly to my taste, but I do sell my jewelry, so I have a wide variety of people with a wide variety of tastes. So, you know, it's pretty. And I am putting two little hearts on together. Well, for Pete's sake. Come on, little dude. It's terrible when you can actually see the hole, but you can't get your thing through it. I am going to measure that, though. It's looking a bit long. Those are some big cubes, so I'm going to go ahead and put the last cube on, and then one big spacer bead to protect the gemstone. Ta-da! And I will flip and clip. Shake this down, and I will go ahead and, oh, that's got a burr on the end. I'll make it really hard to string. So now I gotta reverse this, and I'll pause you. So here is this bracelet. It is so pretty. I was really doubtful with those cubes, but it turned out great. I'm going to lay that aside. I actually have two bracelets in this, but we're going to work on this one first. This is rose quartz. I love these cubes. These are both out of my Chelsea's Beads haul and Moonstone. We're going to put this together. I'm probably going to be using the dainties. I'm almost out of them, so I'm going to have to find more. I'm going to open these up. This is going to be a necklace, so I will be using my red bead stringing wire because this is quartz, so I want to keep that red glow throughout the rose quartz. So we're going to take a few of these off. I was trying to think of what. Ooh, there's little. Ooh, nice. I didn't even notice that. There's little seed beads between them. So I'll leave them sitting out there. It's probably about all I'm going to need of those. I am going to knot the end of the cord. Let me do like this. There we go. That makes me happier. Because that's all I will need. It's not going to be a full necklace. It's going to be a partial. And I'm going to do the same with the moonstone. We're going to take a bunch of them off. Probably use maybe a few more. And then I'll give this a knot, just so they're not flying all over the place. Okay. And I think, I'm not sure if I'll use the seed beads that came with them. We'll see. I need something in the center. You know what? Somewhere I have a pendant that came from Bargain Bead Box. Let me go get it. It's rose quartz. Okay, it was on silver and it was plain quartz, and I really didn't want to mix metals, but I found a heart that I'd started to make a pendant out of. Oops, it snuck away. I didn't want the blue was the problem, so we're going to take that off. I'm going to use that and make a pendant. We'll get that out of there. And I'm going to use the bigger spacer bead. Whoops. just like that. And then I'm going to make a loop. Oops, almost dropped it. I'm not going to make a very big loop. Like so, because I'm going to open that back up, so I'm not too worried about that right at the moment. I am going to come over here, and yes I do, I have them right here. I want one of these little bales. That's why I wasn't too worried about that being kind of curved. I'm going to open it. I'm going to put it on the bale. It's a tiny bale, so it's going to be a bit fiddly. I probably should have made my loop a little bigger. Because my eyeballs ain't seeing the loop. It's all that shiny gold. Ouch. And being a mile away. Let me get it where I can see, guys. Come on. My hands are like, you can't do this. I'm not letting you. Okay, I'm going to pause you and put this on a bigger loop. Okay, so I have it on the bale, and we're just going to put that on. That's going to be in the center, like that. And we're just going to let it dangle. Right next to that, I think we're going to put 2 of the darker rose quartz cubes. Just like that. And I have a lot more of the thread. Do I want to go dark or do I want to go pink? I think I want to go pink. I thought I wanted dark right next to it, but it didn't look right. So let's go with a pale pink. One, 2. Oh yeah, much nicer, much nicer. Let's put them back over there. And then I think we're going to use these on our little white moonstone. So we want to have one going like this direction, a moonstone, and one facing the moonstone. Once we get a pattern going, I can pause you guys. I like that. And then we will do a quartz. Yeah, I like that. I really, really do. So that'll be my pattern. Oops, I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna put my clip on the other end so I don't have to hold it. Like that. And then we're gonna go with a quartz. And I think I'm gonna add 2 moonstone. I'll put a one of the little bead caps. And then we'll put, it's got a burr on it, that end is gonna have to go. These little 2mm spacers. And I'm just picking the moonstone up randomly. And then I'll put another bead cap. Whoops. Kind of change it up so it's not always the same exact pattern. And then we'll put another rose quartz. That looks really, really pretty. And a bead cap that'll face the moonstone. And we'll do that same pattern before. And I want to make the necklace about 10 inches and the rest of it chain. See how many of them were stuck together? I love this pattern. Let's go ahead and go with another darker moonstone or quartz. There it is. See, even those two were stuck together. Oops, wrong way. I almost put it on the wrong way. And I'm going to do one more quartz, a real pale one. And I'm going to measure this because I want from here to here to be about 5 inches. And we're at 4. So we can do one more. with the 2. And then I want 1 more quartz. And then I'm going to end it with yeah, I want to use a bigger spacer bead. Oops, they're upside down. I forgot these ended up on the floor. So I'm going to need to get a couple more of these out. Like so. And that should be minimum 5 inches from the center. Right at 5 inches. Good deal. So I'm going to pause you and I'm going to finish stringing this and I'll be right back. Okay, so the necklace is 11.5 inches. I have cut 11 inches. I have cut 11 inches of chain, plus there's going to be an additional 1.5 inches of additional stuff to put it together with. So it's going to be about 22.5 to 23 inches. I am using bigger jump rings on the putting the lobster on, which will give it a little more room. So this will come a little farther down on your chest, but not way down on, but it's not going to be choker style. It'll be almost 24 inches. I was using up the package of chain that I had, so that's why the odd measurement. And I absolutely love how this one turned out. And that heart dangling down is so stinking cute. Really, really cute. We're going to close it. And I'll look and see how much more time we have. I'd like to do one more necklace if we have time. If not, that's okay too. Oops. I just want to make sure that that's closed. It don't look like it is. Nope. Not too far the other way. Cool beans. Now we'll put our ring that we're clasping into on. And necklace number 1 is finished. That is so pretty, the moonstone with the rose quartz. And of course it has color on the other side. Really pretty. I'm going to set that aside. Let me look at the time. Oh yeah, we got time for one more. I want to put together this one. Let me just spill out all this. I need these. I need these. These. I get a necklace and a bracelet in here all together. I really do think so. Okay. We're going to set that aside and we're going to work on this necklace. And we're going to go with the brown. And I'm going to clip partway down it so I don't lose it. And we're going to start with the center of what I want this to have. I kind of was looking into doing something like this, but I do need something in the middle. Don't think the rose quartz would look very pretty. Definitely need something in the middle. Maybe we'll go ahead and do that and put some bead caps around it. If I can get a hold of just the bead caps. My fingers keep trying to grab something else. So let's give that a shot. I want one of these crystals, one of these little baby ones. I think that'll look good. One of these glass flower bead caps, one of these crystal beads, another flower bead cap. So that's what we've got so far. A big bead cap to go around this bead. And I have more of everything except for these. Another bead cap. I don't know about those bead caps. I think they're too big. Yeah, they are definitely too big. So we're not going to use those. We'll stick with the babies. Yep. They actually look really pretty against that bead. No, don't drop. It says, I don't want to be on there, but I want you to be. You look pretty. I like that. Before it runs away from me again, let's get the other side going. Now let's get to designing. I have a bead cap facing away, a crystal, let's get some more of these tinies. Definitely in need of that extra gold pop on this one because it's all about the reds. Come on. About to pick you up. There we go. And another one of these with one of these facing it. One facing away. If I can get a hold of it. And then let's put I have more, but it's a pain in the neck to have to chase after them. That one. That one. Come on, little dude. That one. Did it go on? Yes. And one more of these. Bead cap facing it. These red beads are beautiful. And bead cap. Bead cap. Or bead. Listen to me, I'm calling them bead caps. And then we're going to do, if I can get a hold of it right, one, another red one. That is so pretty. Another red one. That gives me, now we're putting a bead cap on. And I think we'll do another one. And I've got tons more of these, so I can get more out. Bead cap. Red. And bead. Red. And bead cap. And I want to measure that. Well, it doesn't look as long as I thought it was. Get that strand up there so that I can actually measure how long it is. So it is, whoops, from the center. That's only 4 inches. Okay, let me get some more beads out. Okay, so when I went back in and checked my beads, I only have one more of these left. So I had to, not be able to use any more of those. So I went ahead and did this pattern one more time and then added one more by itself with a bead cap and put a larger spacer bead. This will give me 11 inches. And then I'm going to put the chain on just like I did the other one with 11 inches of chain, which will give me about a 23, 24 inch necklace. I'm going to go ahead and get that done and I'll bring you right back. Okay, so it's 1 hour and 45 minutes. So I'm not going to have time to do this other necklace and bracelet. First of all, the necklace is really long-winded and I don't have the bracelet planned out. I just pulled out some beads I thought would look pretty together. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you everything I made. This is the last necklace that I put together. I didn't show you putting the chain on because we've done that a gazillion times. It is so very pretty. I really, really like that necklace. I'll move you a little bit. It turned out really pretty. The other necklace is this beautiful heart with the quartz and the moonstone. Get that out of the way. We have some earrings. I'm just going to lay them here in the middle. Those are gorgeous. And then this is the other pair of earrings. I kind of dropped a few things on the floor and had to go fetch them. So here is, well, let's put these in the middle of this necklace because they're skinnier. And this is the other pair of earrings. I guess that is the brown side. So we'll lay them out like that. And then we have the little tulip earrings. We have this gorgeous, gorgeous bracelet. It turned out so much cuter than I thought it would. We have this bracelet. I really like that with those rondelles. We have this bracelet. I'm going to open them up so they lay out better. Then I have one more bracelet. And then we have this bracelet. I didn't get every piece made that I intended to, but oh my gosh, I think I have I think I have 3 more pieces left that I didn't get done, but that's okay. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces done. I had 12 out. I didn't intend to get 12 out, but when I started putting things together for Valentine's Day and things like that, I just went with the flow. Let me know which piece is your favorite. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, or number 9. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. This is my weekend video. The next video will be out on Sunday. It will also have kind of a little bit of a theme to it. I'm realizing I'm down a little bit on supplies, but I do need to go through and look and see what I've got in some of my little baggies that haven't been put away yet and see if I have some of these things. So, all right, guys, thank you for watching. Love you all. Bye, guys.